Today I fucked up by accidentally turning my girlfriend veggie. This was actually at the weekend. To be honest, she's always had a bit of an issue with meat. She doesn't like bacon, steak or any meat off the bone. Though she does, or did, eat boneless chicken breast quite a lot, and we like to have sausage sandwiches on a Sunday for breakfast. Anyway, her biggest issue is raw meat. So whenever we are cooking and there's chicken involved, I have to prep that, as she can barely look at it, let alone touch it. On Saturday we were sat on the sofa watching TV and I made a small joke about how I have massive calves. Which I do, to be fair. Though the rest of me resembles a giant bin bag full of custard, my calves are pretty decent. So she was like, oh yeah? Then went on to stick her hands up my trouser leg on my calf, egging me on, saying come on then prove it. Give them a flex, Arnie. So I obliged. Then suddenly her expression went from that of a cheeky grin to what could only be described as sheer disgust. Then she started gagging and squirming. High tea feels like fucking chicken breast, bleh. I think I'm going to be sick. Squirming away on the sofa while I laughed hysterically. Me being the supportive boyfriend, I decided to make us chicken nuggets for dinner that night, which ultimately ended up with me having a double portion too. Yes. And she honestly hasn't ate any meat since and is completely adamant she won't ever again. So yeah. Damn my massive calves, I guess. Anyway, this is a pretty shit post that almost none of you will find as funny as I did, but I just wanted to share it. Have a good week. Too long didn't read. My girlfriend touched my calf and it reminded her of raw chicken breast and almost made her throw up. This is actually pretty funny. So you're saying you have chicken legs? I guess you could say that. That means you have flabby calves if it reminded her of raw chicken. Big flabby calves. To be fair, if your flexed calves feel like raw chicken breast, they aren't that massive. Reading the title, I thought you incapacitated her. Today I fucked up by accidentally informing my bosses and colleagues that I want to blow my brain out too. It was yesterday. I'm in the management of a company and I /am on the management floor. Thought I was the only one left yesterday evening, because usually my bosses are either on their yachts or at home or spending money elsewhere. They are great guys, but that kind of boss. And after a phone call I pretty loudly said, fuck this, just fuck this. I wanna be dead so bad. Why can't I just go home and blow my brain out? I had a very depressive phase lately and some issues with my meds, so it's a bit of a roller coaster. No immediate threat here, just a dark phase. Things I said were true for a long time in my life, but at the moment I'm fine. Problem, my bosses know about my illness, and when I sat there with my face in my hands, not sobbing, just being stressed, I looked up and saw the faces of two of my bosses and the head of accounting. Worried, confused, sad. No amount of everything is alright, guys. We'll change that for a while. Too long didn't read. Man, I'm stupid and shouldn't say things out loud anymore ever. P.S. I'm really fine. Everything is alright, guys. Sounds like your bosses care about you and are willing to talk with you should you need to talk. Depression sucks. Talk with your bosses and make sure they are aware you were just venting and had no intention of following through. Hey, you know, the positive thing in this story is that they were concerned enough about you to care. They could have pretended like they never heard it, but clearly they felt enough for you to check you were okay. I've not done exactly this, but when my wife left me, I did have some dark times. Spoke with my GP about it and got referred to a counseling service. Side note, they were shit, but they did send me a sheet of things to do if I'm feeling suicidal. Living alone, I just pinned it up in the kitchen where I could see it if I needed to, and promptly got on with my life and forgot about it. Fast forward a few months and a female friend I invited over for dinner was talking to me in the kitchen when she stuttered, seemed distracted, concerned and unsure about something. Quickly realized she'd seen the sheet still pinned up and she immediately started to worry about whether I was okay. I still am, and I managed to convince her that too. But it was sort of nice to know she cared enough to be worried about me. It's good to remember those kind thoughts of the people around you when the black dog is barking. If they already know about the depression, they'll probably be cool about it. Nothing wrong with verbalizing strong emotions, internally or externally. Just like if a coworker made some minor mistake that took an hour to fix, you might say something like, "I swear to God, if he ever does that again, I will rip his head off." You're using hyperbole to express something. Only a problem if people take it too seriously. And the one to worry about is you. You called yourself stupid. You're not. I know a thing or two about depression and negative self-talk. There is nobody harder to argue with than yourself. Thank you. 3. Dude, I haven't been in that exact situation, but I can sympathize. I'm not actually suicidal anymore, but I struggle with suicidal ideation every day. I've burst out with those sorts of comments when friends were in earshot, and it can be embarrassing and frustrating trying to respond to their good-natured caring. Hang tough bro / lady bro, I'm assuming you're a dude based on username, but you never know. Depression and mental illness sucks. You got any plans, or are you doing anything to manage stress in your life? Thanks bros, pay your brosafine. I'm medicated, go to therapy and smoke weed, from the doc. It helps a lot, but being a very driven person professionally and with a very outgoing persona can be really exhausting. If you are a hermit in private, it just drains energy, and I had a pretty tough year. Thank you for your nice comment. I'm looking forward to the gyms reopening and my season starting, so I can work out 5 to 6 times per week. That really keeps me sane and I miss it. Today I fucked up by scaring away an intruder. So this afternoon I was hanging out in the front room of my house. My brothers and mom were upstairs, and my dad works in his basement office until late, so I was the only person within eye/earshot of the door. From where I was sitting, I saw someone approach through the windows of the front door, a bit just general shapes but no detail. Assumed it was a delivery person, but got nervous when the person didn't leave right away or knock. All I could see was the silhouette of a large man messing around on the porch, and I heard the screen door open and the doorknob wiggling. I, an 18 years/0 female college student who stands a bit over 5 feet 4 inches and watches too much SVU, freaked out a bit at this, and I called over my dog. My dog, Sarah, is the sweetest dog I've ever met and loves getting visitors, but she's also a badass rescue pit bull with one hell of a bark. Immediately she was at the door barking and growling at the intruder, who at that point was turning the knob. The door opens, I scream, and in walks my dad, who went shopping and was not in his office as I assumed. Sarah jumped on him as soon as he walked in, but started licking him when she realized who it was. She saw him but refused to let him all the way in until I told her it was okay. Sarah got lots of love and treats for being so brave and protecting me, and my dad promised to text me next time he goes out during the workday. Too long didn't read, thought my dad was an intruder and sicked the tough as nails family dog on him. This is the most not to F up I've seen. Probably the best thing you could have done, and I probably would have done the same. Sarah sounds like the second goodest girl. My little girl is the goodest. Puppy attacks. There are pics of her on my profile. Where's the foo? This is so not to F you, and your puppa is the goodest girl. We need to see her. Up tax.